Yo guys, Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to Automobilista 2 once again. This time around, we are driving the Porsche 911 GT3R. This is the 992 version, so part of Gen 2 GT3s here in this title. And for the first time in the series, we're going to really take advantage of the excellent weather and time of day options we have in this title. Not weather actually this time out, but certainly time of day. So I've got things set to 5X. And wow, I did not expect to be up into 5th position already in the race. This is great news. But yeah, we are at 5x time acceleration starting at 5 p.m. So we're going to do 50 minutes here, as you can see in the top left corner of your screen. So hopefully by the time this race ends, we should be somewhere close to full darkness, if I've done my math correctly. And you might be saying, well, why 50 minutes? Why not 1 hour? The reason being is I just did an hour race and I realized I don't have enough fuel to go the full hour here in this Porsche. So I would have had to do a pit stop right at the end of the video, and it just kind of didn't make sense. So I pulled 10 minutes out of it. We'll do a 50-minute race here. The point of the video, basically, is that these GT3s are fantastic. Especially when you factor in how simple it is to set up different race scenarios. So again, this time the focus is on time of day, and you can really sort of take advantage of, you know, different things your mind can dream up in terms of what would it be like to race at in this title. I mean, Assetto Corsa does that fantastically well just because of the content on offer, but the weather and time of day is a bit cumbersome in Assetto Corsa. I'm talking about the modded Assetto Corsa, of course. But with just a few clicks here in AMS2, you can really dial in the weather and have, you know, rain come at a certain time of the race, or do like I'm doing here, drive into darkness in a comparatively short race, or out of darkness, you know, sunrise race or something like that. There's just so many ways to enjoy the content. And I think this Porsche 911 992 GT3R, probably said that wrong, but I'm sure you know the car I'm referring to, is an excellent way to take advantage of that. And especially here at this Nordschleife endurance layout. I mean, Reza has just done a phenomenal job with this track. There's a whole lot of details, and it has a different vibe at night, and yeah, just overall a really, really great way to enjoy GT3 racing. And not unlike the karts that I featured earlier in the series, these are cars that have definitely got or received significant updates throughout the life cycle of the title. This second generation of GT3 cars are relatively new content to AMS2, but GT3s in general have been in Automobilista 2 for a long time, and they fell behind. And especially now that we have GT3s in Le Mans Ultimate, and you know, R-Factor 2 GT3s have been around for a long time, and ACC, of course, and Assetto Corsa's excellent mods from the likes of Race Sim Studio. There's a lot of GT3s to compare to, and frankly, Automobilista 2 historically was a step below any of those. There's a lot to be debated, and iRacing, of course, has GT3s as well, and there's a lot to be debated in terms of where all these cars stack up in terms of what is the most accurate, what is the most fun to drive GT3 in sim racing. And yeah, and you know, there's nuance at the top, but certainly for me, AMS2 was falling behind, was coming up short, and it just seems with these Gen 2s and with the 1.6 build, that gap has significantly narrowed. Would I say these are the best GT3s you can drive in sim racing? No, I don't think so, but I think the advantage they do hold is what I was just saying earlier, and that is you can set up scenarios for weather and time of day so easily that kind of shifts the focus away from the accuracy of the tire model, or you know, the sort of subtle nuance of the physics of the cars, and shifts it onto an enjoyable driving experience, which is all why we're here, or which is why we're all here at the end of the day anyway, right? Is to enjoy ourselves, and you certainly can enjoy yourself with these Automobilista 2 GT3s. I think I'm gonna have an unenjoyable time around this corner, but I backed out and lived to fight another day. So that's my spiel coming up to 5 minutes. I can't believe I ranted for 5 minutes. That was quick. But yeah, this scenario, again, starting at 5 p.m. And I'll try and put the date on the screen as well, so the sunset time lines up. But I think by about lap 5 here, we should be in near darkness. And I think at 50 minutes, how many laps will we do? I'm guessing 7, but it could be 6. I'm not sure. We'll see, because the 1 hour race is definitely... Whoa! Came in too hot to that corner. The 1 hour race is definitely 8 laps. So I'm thinking by shaving off 10 minutes, I should be down to 7, maybe 6 laps. And at that point, certainly have enough fuel. So the AI is set lower than I normally go. I've been all over the map in this series, truthfully. The rallycross I had at like 110, and then the karts I had at like 80. So yeah, it's going to depend. And then what was the other one I did? Oh yeah, the GT Classics was at 100. So I'm kind of all over the map. This one, for reference, I think I have at 88. It does seem just a little bit low. I should probably go 90. But yeah, in terms of AI difficulty, I would say take something off your normal pace, unless you are highly skilled at the Nordschleife. Like, I seem to be able to keep pace with these GT3s through the GP section of the Nürburgring, but once we get on this north loop, the AI starts to really pull away. And so if you're not that comfortable with the Nordschleife, yeah, take something off your AI level. Or if you're looking at this thinking, boy, Mike, you really stink at driving the Nordschleife, you wouldn't be wrong. I'm not going to argue, but I would also say, yeah, if you're recognizing the flaws right away in how I'm driving, then yeah, go ahead and keep the AI difficulty at your normal. So we're coming to, not quite to the end, but probably 2/3 of the way around the north loop here. And we will then get a long run down the Dottinger Straight, where I think I should probably hold an advantage and be able to get closer to the top 2 cars. Corvette all over the road, but manages to hold on. And yeah, I've got other classes out here. I've got GT4 and GT5. And I know what you're thinking, GT5? Who runs GT5s in AMS2? I do, because they're kind of GT cars. They make some sense to run here at the Nordschleife and gives you some interesting overtake opportunities. I think we'll catch up to them. They're quite slow. We should catch up to them somewhere around the 5th lap. And just kind of add some complexity. Like trying to overtake in the middle of the Nordschleife is quite a feat. But it does kind of mix things up, keeps things interesting. And GT4s we won't catch in this 50 minutes, but if you're running longer races, like if you do 24 hours in 2.4 hours or something like that, you will certainly get a run at the GT4s. So your experience will vary depending on how long a race you run. And I am really dialed in with the AI pace here on the Dottinger Straight. That was not me holding back, trying to make drama. That was me being exactly equally paced to these 2 Corvettes. And yeah, I tend to hold a slight advantage through the GP section, so I'm going to try and dart on the outside here and get a couple of positions. Whoa, got a little bit light there on the rear, but it looks like my plan is a success. So came out ahead, now in 3rd position, got a lot of work to do. Catch those cars in front. Yeah, position 1 and 2 really taking off into the distance there. You can see them way down the track. I would guess some 5 seconds ahead of me, so it's going to be no mean feat to try and catch those guys. But we'll see what we can do. Like I said, I suspect the darkness will set in. I think we're going to have some beautiful laps on 3 and 4 with the sun setting, and then by about the 5th lap it should be quite dark. As of right now, good amount of light. And as you can see in the virtual mirror there at the top of your screen, I am putting some distance between myself and the cars behind, which is great. But this is the part of the track that favors me. Once we go through the Nordschleife, I suspect you'll see that gap narrow significantly. Whoa, especially if I take corners like that. Just barely managed to hold on to it. But yeah, these GT3s, again, not going to argue they're the best GT3s on the market, in the sim racing market, I should say. But yeah, in terms of fun and the ability to just dial in some cool scenarios, yeah, it's hard to beat. And this wall, I have kissed this wall so many times in this title. I don't know what it is about the Reza version of this track, but for some reason that wall just kills me. But yeah, successfully by it a couple of times now, so hopefully that trend continues for the next 39 minutes. And let's see how close we can get, whoops, to these cars in front on this lap. See if we can take some time out of that gap. As of right now, it does seem like I'm perhaps closing in on them, but hard to say. And careful over the crest. So still pulling a decent gap to the cars behind, which is great. So it doesn't make for the most exciting content, but I do think I have the AI set exactly right at this point of the race. So I'm not really reeling the guys in front at a tremendous rate. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. 11 seconds up on my PB. That PB, of course, the first lap. A lot of traffic in turn one, so it's not fair. Not to mention a slow rolling start, but yeah, not really a fair assessment of my pace. I'm thinking I'll be somewhere around the 8:30 mark. 8:35 perhaps. And sliding in to the tight corner there, one of the slowest points on this circuit. Certainly the slidiness, the on-edge feeling that you had when driving these GT3s has certainly been mitigated in recent builds of the GT3 cars. Whoa, he says as he slides. Bottoming out there, you heard that big crash, or you may have heard that big crash. That was me bottoming out. And yeah, huge gap now to the cars behind, so this might be a 3-car race. Myself and the 2 front runners, which I'm okay with. I think we're roughly equally paced, which is good. I just got to close that gap to them. Again, there will be backmarker traffic, but probably not until about lap 5, I would guess. And that'll be the GT5s. And yeah, definitely closing in. What will that mean in terms of getting on these guys before the dotting are straight to have a shot at an overtake? I don't know. Still fairly sizable. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000-ish. 4 seconds, I would guess, to the cars in front. Very scientific way of knowing your gap. If only there was something on the heads-up display that I could turn on that would show me the gap to the car in front. But alas, no such thing exists in the world. No, I'm kidding. I'm just not very smart. I just didn't turn on the right HUD elements to see it. So now I gotta use red tents and count 1/1000s to know my gap to the car in front. No one said this was the most professional YouTube channel. So still pushing, still chasing these guys. A gap not really falling, but I wouldn't say it's expanding greatly either. Coming into the Beloff S section here. One of the great sectors of any racetrack in the world, in my opinion. Absolutely gorgeous, terrifying, high-speed, winding corners. So easy to get caught out as you enter it too. That sharp downhill section. Oh, come on, Mike. But yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, I mean, this is obviously a very demanding circuit, and, you know, you're pushing cars to the limit, and I think the GT3 holds up really well. It's tough for me to say as somebody who's never driven a real GT3 car, but I would say overall, the feel is very, very good. Almost drifted into the grass for no reason there. Under the bridge, peak speed here, 281, 282, I think I saw. Whoa, 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 whoa. Put 2 tires in the grass there, and that almost ended in disaster. Need to watch myself. So, how can I narrow this gap to the cars in front? I'm gonna have to just push, push, push. See what we can do. I think probably here in the GP section, I should be able to get pretty close to these guys. But my suspicion is they will take off into the distance once we hit the Nordschleife, just like the last time around. But we should be at least treated to some nice scenes here for the sun setting. Yeah, and that gap is falling significantly. Cars behind me, nowhere to be seen. Come on, Mike. Easy, easy, good. Lots of grip left in these tires still. A nice warm track. So did a decent job of cutting that gap to these guys through the GP section. Now, can I hold on to the back end of them through the Nordschleife? Let's see. And again, looking beautiful here. You see the car, you see the sun reflecting off the cars in front of me. Absolute gorgeous scenes. Ooh, that was almost a not so gorgeous crash. Almost caught air there. Well, Lambo and Audi nearly side by side. Wow. slight off there by the Audi. Kicked up a bit of dirt. Oh, did they touch? Perhaps they touched. And yeah, I've cut out a ton of gap to these cars. They're battling, so I've kind of taken advantage of that to close the gap. However, I feel like overtaking is going to be very tricky because we're so equally paced. Couple of V10 engines there roaring. I'm gonna go lights on here because it won't be long until we're in the dark. Well, won't be long until the sun is down, I should say. There will be some lingering twilight, no doubt. Beautiful, beautiful scenes. Okay. Looked up to make a mental note of where that scene was so that I could put it into a thumbnail, and almost ran off into the grass. Yeah, it cost me some time. I'm now falling back of these two. So again, reminder, the AI set to 88 here. And seems a bit too low, slightly too low for me. I'm going to guess 90 would have been appropriate. So depending on, my roughly 8-minute, 30-second pace, depending on where you line up relative to that, adjust your AI in kind. And I think after this lap, the pace is going to fall off slightly as this track starts to cool a bit and tire wear starts to take a bit of effect. We're rapidly approaching the halfway point time-wise of the race. I don't know where our final lap will line up in terms of the clock. Not sure how far beyond the 50 minutes we will go, but we'll know in about 25 minutes time. So as predicted, this has kind of become a 3-car show. I'm trying my best to hold on to the back of these cars. But yeah, grip's going to become a factor. Visibility is going to become a factor very soon. And then we'll see what we're really made of. Come on, Mike, hold on to it. Use the curb as a bumper there. Keep me between the lines. Or as close to it as I could get. And I'm just thinking the most beautiful spot on the track in terms of sun rays, I think is just around this corner, is it not? Yes, here it is. Gorgeous. So a very tight chase here. This is excellent. This is excellent racing. That's not a compliment to my driving. That's a compliment to what Reza has put together here. This is a great way to enjoy sim racing. Literally, my arms are getting sore here from just being on edge, trying to hold on every corner. It's a great experience. Oh. Ah, no. All right. Not sure what has happened, but we've got a full course yellow. Okay, so that's going to swallow up a good deal of the remaining time in this race, so I'll go ahead and skip ahead in the video. Alright, so we were sadly robbed of a beautiful race at sunset here in Germany, but we have been set up for a banger of a finish to this race. We've got some 4 minutes left. That 4 minutes won't matter. The upshot is that we will cross the finish line very soon to cross the start-finish line to begin what will be the final lap of this race. We're in dusk conditions here. Safety car about to drop. We've got 48 cars queued up, ready for that green flag. Audi got away very quickly, and I have sadly dropped back. And we are under green for the final lap here of this race. So obviously a very slow lap, so I've got cold tires here and I need to watch myself. That Corvette has pulled right up behind me. This is going to be stressful times here. So that little wiggle of the steering wheel there as the car is trying to find its grip. What will that Corvette be able to do to me in terms of closing the gap? What will I be able to do to the Audi in front over the subsequent lap remains to be seen. But night conditions here at Nürburgring Nordschleife, and truly hard to beat. So it looks like I will have the pace once again through the GP section. Can I get the overtake done here early and hold on to it for the remainder of the race? Or will I have to pull out some magic to try and get this win from second position? Oh, I guess you didn't see it, but the Lambo that was in front of us pulled in to the pits at the start of the safety car, so he's dropped out. So I am now in second position by dint of that pit stop by the Lambo. So let's see if there is any magic in this Porsche to be pulled out. And the car feeling a little bit slidey, so it's going to be difficult to push to get this win, but we'll just have to do our best. And these night conditions, really, really cool on this track. You're going to see a lot of campers, motorhomes, RVs lit up. There we are. Taking in the race at night are these fans, virtual fans. Corvette right on my tail. He backed out slightly, but this is still going to be a very tight race to the finish here. Just doing my best to hold on to the tail of this Audi. I'm thinking the Dottinger Straight's probably going to be my best bet for an overtake. Got the slipstream here, but it won't matter. No point to me going for that overtake. And again, just doing my best here to hang on to this Audi. Small chance. Nope. Door was shut. Need to watch myself here. Yep. Car got light there. Corvette going forward on the outside. Need to be careful here. He backed out. Can't really see the course in front of me. All I see is the back end of an Audi. Corvette back on me. Trying not to watch my mirror, but at the same time, can't help take in those headlights coming off that bright blue car. And stayed in front of the vet for at least one more corner. And definitely a slight drop off in grip here. Car feeling a bit lighter now. But I'm still holding on to this Audi. And what a race. What a way to finish this race. This is where that sort of scenario simulator that Automobilista 2 is famous for really comes into play. Like, this just wouldn't be the same if we had started and finished this in daytime. Not to say that AMS2, of course, is the only sim that has day to night transitions, but it's just so easy to get it right in this sim. It's just a few clicks, a tiny bit of math on the timing, and you're good to go. You can have races like this. Nothing doing on the outside there. Still holding on. Corvette right on me. Seem to be getting away from the corners faster than the Corvette, but entering them slower. So yeah, just need a gap here, going as hard as I can. Also being mindful, where is that Corvette? Where is that Corvette? Please do not go for it. Please do not go for it. He went for it. I managed to hold on. Clean lunge there by the vet. Well done to the AI. And I'm notoriously bad at this carousel. So what is this going to mean? I have a slight gap to the car behind. That's great. Because if I am slow through the carousel again, it's not going to be right on me at least. Okay, that was all right. And also, not only were we robbed of a sunset race, we were robbed of multi-class racing. Hold on to it, Mike. Hold on to it. So where can I look for this overtake? I need to find some means of getting... Wow. Totally forgot where I was on the track there. But that's okay. Ugh. This is stressful, man. In the best way possible, this is stressful. But it's just an excellent sim racing experience. What can I say? I'm so glad that I included this on my list. Okay, let's go. Audi, you're holding me up. That was the first time this lap that I really felt like the Audi was holding me up. Other than that, I am perfectly matched on pace with the four-ringed car. Stay back there, Corvette. Stay back there. Nothing open. Good. All right. Almost time for the Dottinger Straight here. Which is where I should be able to make something happen. Whoa. A little slight wiggle cost me. The Corvette's all over me now. Okay, phew, he backed out. Okay, slipstream time. Let's go, Mike. Okay. Got first position. Can I hold on to it? Gonna break the toe. I've got the slightest gap to the car behind. It ain't much. And he's going to be faster than me through these final corners, so the question I have is, can I hold on to this? It's going to be close. He's going for it. Yes. There we are. Right? Good. Okay, phew. What a race. That was a very exciting final lap. Stinks about the safety car, but hey, safety cars happen in real life. So yeah, the GT3s, the new GT3s definitely belong on this list. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.